In this video, we learn how to use a Thomas Hoover melting point apparatus for measuring the melting range of a compound. We begin by packing a small amount of material into a melting point tube. The tubes can be found in a dispenser on the top of the instrument. Take the open end of the tube and scoop up a little bit of the powdered material. Sometimes tapping on the bench is enough to get the material into the bottom of the tube. If all of the material doesn't pack into the bottom of the tube, we'll wipe the melting point tube off with a Kim wipe and then drop it through a piece of glass tubing onto the bench. This will pack the material into the bottom of the melting point tube. Use only enough material to fill the tube about 1 to 2 millimeters. Make sure the heat dial is set at 0, turn on the power, and turn the stirrer up about halfway on the apparatus. Insert your melting point tube through one of the 5 small holes near the base of the thermometer on the top of the instrument, and you'll be able to see the melting point tube through the magnifying glass sitting on a plate in front of the thermometer. Now we can adjust the heat dial to slowly raise the temperature of the oil bath. Watching through the periscope, we can monitor the temperature as it rises, and we can look through the magnifying glass to see the samples sitting on the plate. To avoid parallax error, line the top of the mercury column up with the 2 white marks on the front of the periscope. Watching the samples and the thermometer, we adjust the heat dial so the temperature rises only 1 or 2 degrees per minute. We look for the first instance of melting and then continue to watch until the sample is entirely melted. In this instance, we've added a tube on the right that contains too much material. You'll notice that it would give us a broader temperature range than the sample with a smaller amount of material. Lastly, we need to remember to turn the instrument off.